Let's do a quick update. 10,075. 10,075. All right. Again, that keeps me well on my 2,500 word a day. Uh-oh, Tom says. I'm sure you did fine, Tom. I'm sure you did fine. All right, so I'm very happy with that. So update my progress. 10,075 words on ruthless, rabid, raging, ravenous, rampaging, remorseless, repulsive, revolting, repugnant zombies. I'm really leaning into the repulsive, revolting, repugnant part of the last few chapters. So let's get them. We might get them ravenous and rabid here in the moment. They are pretty ruthless already, though. So I got my 10,000 word badge. Pretty proud of that. John Quick has nothing to be ashamed about. So let's take a look at his. Going back to the cut view. All right, John Quick is at 14,306 words. Now, for day 4, if you're averaging 1,667 words or so, that is the pace to get you to 50,000 words in 30 days. So today, that would be right around 6,700-ish words, maybe a little less. That's some rough math in my head, so people can check me on that if you want. So the fact that he is John Quick is well over double that amount. He is doing great. So excellent job to John Quick, who is writing Beneath the Surface, which is horror and supernatural. You can't go wrong with a John Quick novel. John Quick has 40,000 words in 4 days. Yes, NaNoWriMo for John Quick is like maybe a casual week and a half. Who is this fella here? His name is Tom Duffy. Let's see how he's doing. Should we scold him for the amount of work he's done? Let's take a look. All right, Tom Duffy, writing The Light Fantastic, a horror and supernatural novel, is at 11,220 words. If you're doing a 2,500 word a day pace, you're done in 20 days. He is a good bit past that as well. So Tom has done something quite smart, which is he is going to get well ahead, a good cushion there. So even if he has a couple bad days here and there, he is well ahead of pace. So good job. Let's look at Peter Germany. Again, everybody seems to be doing well. Peter Germany is at 7,456 words, so he's almost a full day ahead of pace. So very good job. He's doing Sliced by Night. I almost have to imagine that that's a horror novel, even though he hasn't picked a genre. Ryan, real quick. Ryan J. Pelton. I don't know exactly what the initials for his novel stand for, but he is at 8,795 words, so well over the 6,700 that would basically be on pace. So very good job for him as well. Anybody watching who wants to buddy up with me on the NaNoWriMo site, I'm Jay Wilburn on there, and I'll buddy up with you. And if you give me permission, I'll check in on you with your progress as you go, and encourage you and make you part of the community here as we're having each other, helping each other achieve our nano goals. Alex from Iowa is a good friend of many of the people here. Thank you, sir. Averaging 4,200 words a day so far this month on all my projects. I'll need a day off soon. I'm a big proponent of days off. I think that's underutilized aspect of being a writer. What usually happens is you end up taking days off anyway because you kind of get burned out, and then you feel guilty about it. But if you plan a day off when you're doing well, then I think you're energizing yourself instead of making yourself feel guilty for something that you should be doing anyway. People need days off, and writers tend to try to push 7 days a week. There is something to be said for writing every day. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's no shame in taking the day off as well. The encouraging is that I don't want to be called out for not doing enough. All right. Well, whatever works. Again, I'm going to keep it positive, but if fear is your motivator, I will try to be fearful. So this is Alex from Iowa. He is not exactly a new writer, but he is in a developmental stage. He is a big fan of the Mondo Method podcast, which is done by Armand Rosamilia and Chuck Buda, and is kind of under their tutelage there. And that's a podcast that encourages writers, but then also talks about specific topics dealing with writing itself, but then also the business. But Alex from Iowa is doing Curse of the Blood Moon. I have messed up that title every single time I've tried to say it up until now. He is at 7,359 words. well over the 6,700 that would be on pace for the month. So very proud of him. He has done a number of short stories and has gotten more and more acceptances, and now is working on a novel, which is always a leap from short stories to novel writing, and he seems to be doing really well with that first draft. So good job, Alex from Iowa. Man Down, First Coast Thrillers, Book 3. Good job to Alex, I agree. This is going to be a new series. The first book is coming out January 15th, but you can pre-order that book now, First Coast Thrillers. Armand Rosamilia has several great books, but the important thing here is that he is at 10,119 words. He is well over a 20-day pace, but I also know that he's writing more than one thing, and the book that he's officially doing is a little over 60,000 words. So his goal is to go a little bit further. He may not make all 60 or 63,000 words or however much it is this month, but getting 50,000 words of that done would be great, and he is on pace to be able to blow right past that goal. I'm a big fan of his. I am a friend of his. We've co-written some books together. One of the series that he has out now, it's going to be longer than a trilogy, is The United States of Apocalypse 3. He co-wrote that with Mark Tufo. Both of them are well-known zombie authors, apocalyptic authors, even though Armand is doing more work with crime fiction and thrillers. He has revisited horror here for this series that is doing very, very well. Trapped is one of the ones he's doing with Severed Press, I think it is. He's done 6 really great monster novels. None of them are terribly long, so you can get through them pretty quick, but they got meat to them. And Trapped kind of brings together elements of some of the earlier books. So if you read through all those books from Armand from Severed Press, you kind of get some good Easter eggs with this one. Gorefest, very good anthology here, includes work from Wrath James White, Wesley Southard, Stephen Kazanewski, Armand Rosamilia is in it, of course, and the Splatterpunk Award-nominated Jay Wilburn. I mean, that is an impressive lineup, if I do say so myself. Dirty Deeds series, I love this series from him. The books aren't terribly long. Again, they're closer to novella length, but great crime fiction, great relatable characters, great flawed characters. All of it is wonderful. The Hidden Truth is a book that Armand Rosamilia co-wrote with yours truly, and it covers a couple of washed-out tabloid reporters who are trying to save their jobs, so they create an app that allows people to tell on each other and share their secrets, and the wealthy can pay to keep their secrets hidden, and of course it leads to world-destroying levels of violence. The Dying Days series is one of my favorite zombie series. It leans in a little bit to extreme horror, but there's a lot more to it than that, and it's one that I love, and I'm looking forward to reading through again here relatively soon. All Hell Breaks Loose, the complete short fiction of Armand Rosamilia, Volume 2. That one is up for pre-order, and I'm going to go from memory here, which is dangerous with Jay Wilburn these days, but I believe November 21st is when that one is coming out, so you can pre-order that now. I wrote the introduction to it, and very flattering introduction, if I do say so myself, heartfelt, all the things that you want. And if you'd like a taste, go ahead and get the complete short fiction of Armand Rosamilia, Volume 1. I believe that one is called Making Pretend or Make Pretend. Month of Duncan he does a good bit of interesting nonfiction. A Month of Duncan, every day he went to a different Dunkin' Donuts, some of them in different states. He ordered different food and talked about it, but he would sit down with whoever was there and have a conversation. Sometimes he was meeting with people he knew, and other times he just started talking to whoever was there. That is a ballsy move these days when people don't normally do that. The Sea Was Angry is a great sea monster story if you like it. I talked about these books yesterday, but the Keyport Cthulhu trilogy he co-wrote with Chuck Buda is some excellent work, and it represents a time period where he made a big leap with his writing. Abandoned, Frozen in Ice, The Beast, these are all his Severed Press books, and I believe there's more of those coming. I think they talked him into writing some more. Enemy Held Near we co-wrote together, and it is a haunted house story, and that was our first collaboration and one of our best. We also wrote Room 138 together, which is sci-fi and sort of mystery in it as well. Shakedown, the first First Coast Thriller series. This is the one that's up for pre-order and is coming out January 15th, so you can pre-order that now. A View from My Seat. This is one that I really do like. A View from My Seat is one of his baseball books. Now, Armand Rosamilia is a big supporter of the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. They are a minor league team of the Marlins, I believe, again, going from my spotty memory. He followed that minor league team, obviously in Jacksonville, near where he lives, but as they traveled around the road, he went to some of the away games. He got permission to interview some of the players, and I believe they sell that book at the stadium, as well as, you can buy it online and wherever he is at conventions. But an interesting look at players aspiring to get into the game. So one of my favorite baseball books and one of my favorite nonfiction books. But very much enjoy his work, and any of those things that you're interested in, check out Armand Rosamilia. I feel like I sold his work pretty well.